Photographs Deconstructed with Simon Q. Walden.
This is a shot of Leah, obviously a location shot down in the boat graveyard in Gloucester. And what I was using here was to use the frame of the boat skeleton as a leading line down into Leah's figure. So here on the right hand side of the image you've got the crack within the timber leading right down into Leah, and then on the left hand side of the image you've got the sloping parts and the way the two planks are joined also leading down into Leah, and those two lines really kind of entice the eye to focus in on the central point. I've also used a very narrow aperture here, and you can see that's created that lovely out of focus look both at the front of the image where the timbers come very close to the camera lens, but also the background of the image as well is very soft, what we call a pleasing lack of definition. Lastly, I've been paying some attention to the way that the head and body is positioned against the outer frame of the woodwork to ensure there's a good contrast. So you notice in the picture that broadly speaking the skin tones are contrasted against the darker pieces of the wood, and yet the darker hair is contrasted against the brighter water in the back of the picture. And this particular picture is pretty much as is out of the camera. And I hummed and hawed about this picture because I'm not sure about the horizon at the top of the picture. And there are two elements in it that bother me. One is in the very top right, you can see there's that little glimmer of sky showing through, which I think is a distraction. Having a high contrast item at the edge of the frame is distracting. But also I'm a little concerned about the whole chunk of land altogether. And one of the possibilities would be to take this image and actually just extend that water line all the way up to the horizon and just simplify out that background. You need to examine every picture on its own merits to see whether there are elements in the background that need just a little tweaking or maybe a much more major reconstruction. And don't be afraid, pixels are made to be punished.
To find out more, go to FilmPhotoAcademy.com. Subscribe now for regular updates.